What's up YouTube, this is the Alchemic, and today I'm talking Reddit, Twitch chat, and beyond. With the number of cards currently in the game, Hearthstone has found its way to creating some of the dankest memes in the gaming world. Memes in this video will be ranked by the popularity of posts in the Hearthstone subreddit, the reaction from Twitch chat upon mentioning and or playing the card, and overall discussion from content creators and viewers alike. Memes that will not be considered include those that do not have anything to do with Hearthstone, such as Tuck Frump, and cards that often offend social minorities such as Fierce Monkey. Keep in mind that this list goes all the way up to One Night in Karazhan's solo adventure. So without further ado, here are the top 10 Hearthstone dankest memes. Kicking off the list at number 10 is Majordomo Executus. Blackrock Mountain brought a ton of incredible tournament cut level cards to the table, but Majordomo is not one of them. The card's ability to transform your hero into Ragnaros himself is great, but players will die very easily due to its fragile 8 health. Thus, when streamers are offered this card in Arena, discover it by Museum Curator or Journey below, or are simply constructing a deck and are asking chat what cards to put in, a popular response is the meme Majordomo or we go homo, the chat filling up with Kappa Pride emos. Despite the horrible stats, the card has seen play rarely in very slow decks that need the edge in a control matchup, and should this rare event occur, chat will be satisfied. Next is number 9, Rexxar himself. Back in the days of Face Hunter, Rexxar was the most aggressive hero to find. Simply his hero power of dealing 2 damage to the face every turn was enough to create a meme out of his very low curved deck. Oftentimes, Face Hunter decks seen in tournament play open up with cards like Leper Gnome, Worgen Infiltrator, and Abusive Sergeant, and until the game resolves, the chat will be filled with smorks. This meme has become so popular that when the Hunter player trades a minion or commits a play that does not involve hitting the opponent's face, the smork emotes continue as the chat criticizes that player with "miss 3 damage smork smork," "misplays smork," and even commenting on the opposing player's moves with "taunt is cheat smork." Next we have number 8, Ancient of War. With the fall of Combo Druid and the rise of Yogg Token Druid, Ancient of War is seeing more and more play in the aggressive meta we play today. As a 7-mana 5/5 with a choose one option, chats all across tournaments have one hope in mind. The card is usually played with the rooted effect chosen, making it a 7-mana 5/10 taunt, which is indeed a very strong taunt minion and controls the board and the opponent's removal options very well. However, chats have been always hyped upon playing or mentioning the Druid's player option of uprooting the card, making it a 7-mana 10/5. Similar to Executus, the uproot option is very often not used, but in rare situation when the chat is satisfied, rather than typing the "no balls" when rooted is chosen, PogChamps fill the chat, and the excitement of play is undoubtedly fulfilled the expectations of Twitch chat. Here is number 7, the Great Dr. Boom. Ah, Dr. Boom. Nicknamed Dr. Balance, the Goblins vs. Gnomes set introduced this giant to an incredible success. The card put out 9/9 in stats, split among 3 powerful minions, and even the boom bots it summoned had death rattles. This was particularly scary at the time of mid-range Druid, where the following turn, the Druid player would play the Force of Nature and Savage War combo to end the game, and the additional minions helped ensure the opponent's loss. In this overall board presence, Dr. Boom became the highest priority legendary for new players to craft. Its power outdid the best legendaries of the time, Sylvanas Windrunner and Ragnaros the Firelord. In doing so, the card is often associated with the Brokeback emote on Twitch, and Dr. Balance's rotation out of standard metagame has made it no longer relevant in tournament play. Next on the list is number 6, Mysterious Challenger. No player in the Grand Tournament metagame can ever forget the words they'd hear nearly every game on ladder. Who am I? None of your business. This card has sparked countless Reddit posts complaining about the power that was in this card's battle cry, and the 6/6 body to play around Big Game Hunter made it especially more difficult to deal with. The memes born from this card named the entire deck, as Redditors, YouTube commenters, and Twitch players and streamers have all complained once about the perfect curve. Originally from Dr. Boom, the deck's on-curve plays have been a tech Doctor name with the mana cost of the card being played. Shielded Minibot was Dr. 2, Piloted Shredder was Dr. 4, Mysterious Challenger was Dr. 6, and Tyrion Fordring as Dr. 8. To many players' relief, the deck was eventually power creeped with the release of Standard, but Dr. 6 always reminds players of the skillful and interactive metagame that was the Secret Paladin deck. After that, we have number 5, the Naxxramas Adventure or Nax Out. Blizzard's announcements about upcoming expansion sets have not been the best schedule. For more recent sets, the Hearthstone team announces an announcement for the reveal of the set. In particular, the Naxxramas Solo Adventures release was set by Blizzard, but was delayed by a day or two. Twitch chat decided to use this to fool unaware viewers and streamers, as well as Redditors, of the new set's release, spamming Nax out PogChamp, and fool others into opening their Hearthstone clients to find it unavailable to play. When new sets get released, this meme is often found during the sneak peek live streams done by Blizzard, in hype of the new set finally arriving in the game. Up next is number 4 JustaCar Trueheart. Before the Grand Tournament, there were not very many cards that could extend the lengths of control deck matches too far beyond fatigue. But after JustaCar Trueheart, this would change forever. The card is most associated with the Control Warrior and Control Priest, fully upgrading the ability to restore or armor up health from 2 to 4. When JustaCar is seen during competitive play, Twitch chat is put to sleep, spamming the Resident Sleeper emote to symbolize their boredom in the game. In fact, a notable copy pasta regarding the Control Warrior matchup reads as follows. Heh! Greetings, Resident Sleeper. Armor up, Resident Sleeper. Armor up, Resident Sleeper. I can take the hit, Resident Sleeper. Welcome to the Grand Tournament. Resident Sleeper. Tank up, Resident Sleeper. Tank up, Resident Sleeper. I'm out of cards, but 70 armor. Undoubtedly, this card has wasted hours and hours of view time on Control Warrior mirror matches, and shall continue to do so as long as Control Warrior variants exist in competitive play. Next, we have number 3, the god of RNG himself, Yogg, Hope's End. With the release of the Whispers of the Old Gods expansion, there is no card comparable to the God of Death himself. The insanity of this card's power has led into uncountable numbers of Twitch stream highlights, as no two Yoggs are the same. This card wins the award for highest Twitch chat interaction, as its play has triggered the most PogChamps, LULs, foreheads, and various other emotes being spammed as spell by spell is casted on random targets. In fact, it has become such an exciting card to play that many streamers have added Yogg as an emote for their subscribers to put in chat as Yogg is resolving. The craziness of the random spells is incomparable to any RNG-based card, as only Yogg himself has the ability to get you out of any situation. If you find yourself in a losing position, you just gotta praise Yogg. In the number 2 spot, we have the Flame Wreath Faceless. The source of the most popular Reddit memes since the Whispers of the Old Gods has been around. 4 mana 7/7, that is insane! Though this card has a lesser chat reaction, it has triggered so many players around the world, as it being the most balanced overload card that Shaman has to offer. This card, along with Thing from Below and Totem Golem, have led to tons of complaints about the power of Shaman cards bring to the meta. 0 mana 5/5, 2 mana 3/4, 4 mana 7/7. Despite the tall stats, the 4 mana 7/7 is not invincible. It is, though, an incredible tempo play, as it becomes the largest minion on the board. These several Shaman cards have also triggered Twitch chat into broke-back emotes, and losing to the power of Shaman has never felt good. Despite this, the 4 mana 7/7 will tower over the mid-game as other minions crumble beneath both the memes and the stats together. Honorable mentions include Possessed Villager, which upon being played triggers half a page of what faces from the chat, as well as Grommash Hellscream coining the phrase Smork, I can trade no longer, Smork. And wrapping it up at number 1 is Purify. Priest. But in all seriousness, Blizzard's attempt to make Silence Priest a deck has failed miserably. The overpriced cost, specific effect, and downside to upside comparison has surely made it the worst card ever in the game. Upon its release, nearly every Hearthstone YouTuber released a video regarding their opinions on how bad the card was. The card alone has even resulted in Ben Brode himself discussing the point of its creation and edits. The following video is an illustration of the reaction of chat to its reveal. I believe it stands for itself.
The card is a priest card, it's Purify. So it's more pre-shenanigans. So it's 2 mana spell, and when you you can basically silence a friendly minion, and you also draw a card. So I think there's some weird shenanigans you can do with this card. You can do this with Ancient Watcher and make it attack, and various things like that. So something I'm looking forward to playing around with as a priest player.
I always like making my own minions worse, but I mean, I guess you're right. With Eerie Statue and Ancient Watcher, you can silence them.
Yeah, I mean,
it
makes you look at your collection for cards that have text on it that's a disadvantage.
Right.
And try to turn that into advantage.
If you summon Barnes, and Barnes pulls out a really big minion, you can silence that minion, and then it creates like a huge minion of stats.
Totally.
Or Herald Village. That's a really cool thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone so much for watching the video. If you liked it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you thought about the format of this video. Leave any other ideas for top 10s in the comments below, and I'll be sure to read over those for what you want to see. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.